Well, we've got ourselves a potential little wrinkle in this upcoming playoff game against the 49ers, and I think most people are relatively familiar with it, but we may have a little bit of a rainstorm in Santa Clara for that game. So basically, the California area has been getting hit pretty hard with some people have called it a cyclone. Some people have been calling it just, a rainstorm in general. There was actually some flood warnings in the area. A lot of places lost power recently with all the rain they've been getting hit with. And it doesn't look like it's going to dry up in time for our game. So, San Fran, open air stadium. If it's raining, the players are going to feel it. It's going to be raining on the field. So, this is a significant development. Definitely. And I don't think I need to explain why. And I don't think I need to explain that it's a bad development for the Seahawks. Like, sorry, but especially on that field. The San Francisco home field, I don't believe they've done anything to fix it. I still remember in Super Bowl 50, Mike Remmers getting pushed around by Von Miller like he was on ice skates because the turf is so bad. I don't think they fixed it. And I don't think they ever will until the league forces them to. Same with these other fields that are bad, like FedEx Field or the Soldier Field. Like, there's doesn't seem to be a lot of interest on the part of these teams to make sure their players are playing on good surfaces. I don't get it. So you combine that with the rain, and I don't know what we're going to get. I don't know what we're going to get, but as of right now, there is an 80% chance of rain for our game with steady showers in the afternoon. Now, on the most obvious level, that probably favors the 49ers. They run the ball better than we do. They run the ball more than we do. They run the ball more successfully than we do. Like, whatever it is, they do it better on the ground. And you've also got some wind, not an extreme amount of wind. 10 to 15 miles per hour is the current projection according to weather reports now. Granted, I know we're talking about a weather report several days in advance, but it's the best information that we have right now. Like, it's going to be hard to complete passes. It just is. In this kind of rain, like heavy rain, it's going to be hard to complete passes. And Geno Smith, I don't necessarily think he's done anything over the top wrong in either game, but he's had a hard enough time passing on this defense. He's had a hard time passing on a lot of defenses lately, but this Niners defense, which in fairness is probably the best in football, good luck passing on them in even the best of conditions. So we'll see if it ends up turning into like a cyclone, if it actually ends up becoming a wind problem too. But straight up, get ready for some serious rain showers on Saturday afternoon. And you got to figure both teams are going to look at that and go, okay, we got to run the ball. Geno's got a good arm, but you take a look at recent history when Geno plays in the rain, it doesn't seem like it goes great. In fact, I went back and looked at every game the Seahawks have played this year and tried to find the games where it was raining and they were playing in an open air stadium. And I didn't find that many, and the ones I found were pretty light on the rain, let's put it that way. Like the first game against the 49ers. I looked this one up. Apparently, it was raining a little bit on and off in like the first quarter and the third quarter. Now, I don't think Geno played that badly in this game. If you take a look at it, 24 of 30 for 200 yards and one interception. I'm not that mad about that. Like, I look at that and I go, okay, it's the best defense in the league. They were desperate for a win because they lost week one. It's their first home game. Like, okay. I'm not going to point the finger at Geno and say, oh, he's terrible because he did that. But this was his first test of any kind of rain. Levi Stadium, I believe it was just a little bit like a drizzle in the first quarter and then another drizzle in the third quarter. But Geno played okay. The one drive we had going, we stupidly let DeeJay Dallas do a halfback toss, and predictable result, I guess, when you let DeeJay Dallas throw a pass. And we had no running game whatsoever, and we couldn't stop the run at all. So you get what you get. I don't necessarily put that on Geno. Now, this next game was expected to have rain before the game started. I cannot find any confirmation on whether or not there was rain. If there was very little. So I don't know how much I would use this as an example. But if there was a little rain, we can say that Geno played good in this game. Remember, this was the game where, first of all, we didn't run the ball well. Second of all, Tyler Lockett had probably the worst game of his career. He had the drop on the touchdown. He might have had another drop. I think he had a fumble at the goal line. Like, Lockett had problems in this game. And even with those problems, Geno, 23 of 34, 212 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I will take that from my quarterback on a day where your top receiver or one of your top receivers is just not there and there's no running game. But again, I cannot figure out. I went back, tried to look at it, tried to research it. I cannot be sure if there was actually rain. I only know it was forecasted to be a little rain. So if you guys know, let me know. Then you had this game where we had rain at Lumen Field in the first quarter, and then it dried up after against the Carolina Panthers. Geno played okay in this game. He had the 2 turnovers. He started the game with an interception, which, of course, kind of sets you on a bad path. But we were playing from behind the whole game. We had basically no running backs. Travis Homer was our leading running back this game with 26 yards. And other than Geno Smith, we had a combined 0 yards rushing across everyone else on the team other than Homer and Geno. So I can't kill Geno, but I can say this was not one of his better games. The turnovers are killer, and it's hard for me to really say that this game is a vote of confidence in Geno Smith's ability to throw in the rain. I think both of his interceptions were relatively early in the game when the wetness might have been affecting him, and some of the plays that he made as this game went on probably came when it dried up. So you have that game, not great. And then, of course, you have this most recent game where Geno played maybe his worst game of the year, and it was raining pretty good the whole game. So there seems to be a clear correlation here. When it rains, Geno Smith has problems throwing the ball. Now, that gives him something in common with a lot of quarterbacks. But facts are facts. It seems to me that it's a fact that Geno Smith really struggles to play well in the rain. So this is going to be a problem this weekend in all likelihood. Sorry, it just is. And it's going to be difficult to overcome because the rain we are likely to see against the 49ers is going to be way worse than the rain that we saw in even this game. Definitely worse than we saw against the Panthers or the Giants. If we even saw any against the Giants. I can't even confirm that for sure. I think there was a little, not a lot. But, yeah, be ready to run the ball. Ken Walker, I hope you are ready to carry the load because you are going to have a big load to carry. All right, I will see you guys later. Go Hawks. Let me know what you think. And might be some old school run the ball 80 plus times combined football.